Imagine if you lost power for a day. How would you feel? If the power goes out 2 days, 2 months, or 2 years, then SAO. No need for aliens to invade. No need for an asteroid to fall to Earth. Just lose the power. Human society. It will soon be back before Christ. The first day of power outage. The Suzuki family has started to fall apart. The alarm didn't ring that morning. Mr. Suzuki woke up so late that he scratched his head. Yui's daughter's phone is out of battery. She pats angrily on the phone screen. Miss Suzuki dumped the fish in the refrigerator in the trash. Boy legs clumsy hands turn on the flashlight. There's no electricity, no breakfast. Son, daughter and Mr. Suzuki go out together. The elevator cannot be used. You can only take the stairs from the 10th floor. Underground all train stations. The subway and trams don't work. Now the boy on the bike has the upper hand. The wives at home are afraid that there is no electricity. Hurry up and buy candles. Evening. Mrs. Suzuki didn't bring her wallet. I went up to the 10th floor to get my wallet. Mr. Suzuki runs to the company due. The power went out, so the door couldn't be opened. Everybody's standing outside waiting. In the end, there is no other way. They can only break through the door. But there's no electricity. There's nothing network to do with the company. IU went to school and found that a lot of her friends didn't go to school. Teachers let everyone learn by themselves. This is what many students want. Convenience store. The food that has been served here has been wasted. People started to store water. The cash register only accepts cash. No electricity cannot work on the computer. You can only use a hand calculator to calculate money. Due to prolonged power outage. So the company can just send employees home. Mr. Suzuki didn't want to walk home. You're going to buy a bike. But the price of bicycles is soaring. You have to be fast. Mr. Suzuki came home when it was pitch black. The old woman lives alone in this apartment. Sitting on the stairs. Looks like you're sick. But no one cares about you. While eating, Mr. Suzuki lit candles and sat down to work. This made the whole family very unhappy. But Mr. Suzuki says it's a special period. That's why you have to do it. Mr. Suzuki is such a person. You only care about your own business. All day plug in work. Don't worry about family. Miss Suzuki stayed home as a housewife for many years. They just bury their head in the house. In front of her husband is always closed. Your 2 children are in the age of rebellion. My father's relationship is bad because dad was always yelling at the brothers. Never really cared about them. The house has lost water. They can only use the water in the bathtub to flush the toilet. After eating the rice, Mrs. Suzuki suddenly discovered the sky is beautiful today. It's not affected by electricity. So the stars and the entire galaxy show up. IUI's daughter is going crazy with the phone running out of battery. She called her daughter to see the SAO. The night of the day blackout around the blackout. There's just a sky full of stars and galaxies. It's an amazing light, IUI. It turns out that the galaxy actually exists. The 3rd day of the blackout, dirty clothes piled up. The school gave the students a break. The company also gives employees indefinite leave. Some people have sensed that danger is approaching. Getting ready to leave Tokyo. Convenient bicycle becomes a rare item. Due to the power outage, the banking system limited is paralyzed. Cash. People risk themselves. Chen wished only to exchange some cash. The power outage in Tokyo on Saturday was like the end of the world. On the road there is no one. The supermarket has been cleaned. Schools that don't teach the company also shut down. So many families have run out. Food sources of struggle. People are leaving the city with more and more dogs. Cats and pets are kept indoors. Let them survive on their own. The old woman who lives alone has passed away. People are starting to get scared. The Suzuki family also plans to leave Tokyo. Where they went was the house of his parents-in-law in Kagoshima. Before that, they even criticized fresh fish and vegetables. My wife sent me from home. They also despise life in the countryside. But now, they no longer have the arrogance of the city. Even, I feel lucky to have a family home down in the country. That city dwellers have no place to go. They're actually going to starve to death. But Kagoshima is over 900 kilometers from Tokyo. Whole house. You can just bike to the airport and then take a plane home. On the way, spring water price increased from 1,000 yen to 2,500 yen. At first the whole family was expensive. But now it's expensive, and they have to buy it. Now Mrs. Suzuki. He showed his ability to pay the highest price. Finally, they buy a lot of water for 600 yen a bottle. This time, Miss Suzuki's status in the family was elevated. It was hard to get to the airport. But the plane doesn't work either. The whole family can only temporarily rent a house. Mr. Suzuki decided to bike to Kagoshima. The daughter is firmly opposed. They have to travel more than 900 kilometers. But now they're on the run. If you don't go, you have to go. The next day IUI and Kingsley went into the convenience store. This place 01 shadow all people. The necessary supplies have been taken away. They can only find a map. For primary school students, there's only one bike missing now. There's a bicycle outside the rice shop. But due to power outages, there is a shortage of goods. The way we trade goes back to the beginning, especially in exchange for things. A Rolex or a Mercedes is not worth it. A bag of rice. Expensive items are no different now than trash. Rice shops only accept food and water. Mrs. Suzuki took out some precious wine. Stored for a long time. She exchanged a bag of rice and a bicycle. Under her husband's astonished eyes, the whole family of 4 cycled on the road. But the student map isn't quite right. So they can just go up the highway. According to the refugees, most of the refugees are on foot. So people who have bicycles like the Suzuki family feel proud. To the outskirts of Tokyo, there is also a power outage. They only have 1 bottle of water left. The whole family had to sleep on the street that night. The whole house is freezing cold. The only remaining water bottle was also stolen. Candy rushed to chase. Finally, he found out he was stealing water to make milk for me. See that? He did not take back the water bottle, but walked away. So everyone decided to go to nearby Osaka and have a look. Watch what happens when you're going through the tunnel. Some blind old lady said. They can take the whole family through the tunnel. Yui doesn't care. It's just going through the tunnel. No need for someone to lead. But after they went inside, newly discovered in the tunnel as black as ink. There are a lot of forest cars. There are dead animals in the tunnel. They're scared to run back out. The whole family has to pay for the guide. Turns out there are weaknesses. In special situations, it's an advantage. Go to the river. They washed their clothes and ate the rest of their food. The biggest problem is that there's no water. Mr. Suzuki poured some river water into his mouth to drink. Not long after they encountered the storm, the bike was blown away. The furniture was all over the ground. Right at this moment, bacteria in the river water start messing up. Mr. Suzuki has severe abdominal pain. Can only get into the grass and settle. It's only seen in the rain. A strong man. It was the most embarrassing and painful expression of his life. The rain stopped the blue sky again. Mr. Suzuki has a stomachache and a long rain beam. So they fainted. They tried to force their way to a city. But this place is also losing power. Mr. Suzuki still has a fever. Mrs. Suzuki found some mochi, hard as stone in a landfill. You're sitting there fighting it. And Ui and Henry biked into the city. The supplies in the supermarket are out of stock. You two look everywhere. I just saw some cat food and tire glue. A little distilled water and a signal cannon. To where they found him twisting the tree to light the fire. But it's not useful. The whole family can only eat cat food and drinking distilled water. Brother Camry took the phone case. You look at the phone. Then throw it on the grass like trash. This is something that's always stuck with you. You cut a piece of rubber, you use glue, you get a tattoo, you get a car. After a short break, they started to leave in the cold rain. Cut skin, cut meat. Halfway, when they were resting, they saw a group of cyclists. They don't seem to be affected by the blackout. They eat dry food, drinking warm water and laughing happily. Turns out they have a lot of experience. Survival in the wild. They can get clean water from groundwater at the cliffs in the forest, picking non-toxic vegetables. They know how to dry food to be able to store longer. They know how to pick vegetables and catch insects that have nutrients as food. A young man with a camera. No need to take a picture. Give their family a picture. My family. When there's electricity, send that photo to the family. Their psychology is very comfortable. If that's what happened. So enjoy the present. That's what inspired the Suzuki family. Mr. Suzuki was embarrassed. It's a pillar in your house. Let your family suffer so hard. The 43rd day was without power. They finally arrived in Osaka. Osaka is a dead city. The whole family felt desperate again. They started blaming each other. This family isn't getting along right now. The conflicts that have been building up for a long time are finally exploding. When they were finished, they continued on their way. Suddenly, they saw a lot of people lined up. Receive seafood porridge. This is a water park in Osaka. It's a place that normally breeds aquatic species just to get people to visit. Right now, these fish also become food for humans. But their families are late. They didn't get any porridge. Mr. Suzuki got on his knees in spite of the reverence, begging employees to give their families some porridge. But people with a lot of porridge, there's nothing left for their families. The whole family can only hope to leave. I can't live in the city anymore. They can only go to the countryside to try SAO. The whole family is hungry and thirsty. Suddenly Mr. Suzuki caught a worm. But no matter how you advise yourself, I can't eat it either. At the same time, the whole family did not know how to do SAO. Appeared. Now their tears are streaming out. This is not a pig. This is obviously electricity. The light is their only hope. They started to catch the pig. Mr. Suzuki felt, this is when you prove yourself. He hugged the pig and it rolled down the slope. Fortunately, the pig fell to the ground. It was banged on its head and rolled on the side of the river. But the whole knife crew doesn't know where to start cutting. People don't dare kill pigs. At this time the pig's owner arrived. He grabbed the knife quickly and decisively. The whole family is constantly retreating. Then he took the Suzuki family home. I see a water well here. The entire Suzuki family rushed like crazy. A city without power is a terrible thing. But in this place, the blackout didn't seem to affect them much. The only thing that affects them is automatic pig vendor broken. The pig ran away. If the Suzuki family wants to stay here, they had to help the owner get the pigs back. He prepares food for the whole family. Suzuki family eats like hungry tiger. Eat a delicious piece of smoked pork. Ui shed tears. After dinner, it's time to do it. It's actually a very easy job to break up pork. Normally they don't go to the kitchen, so they can't see it. Blood like this. But now these are just small things. After breaking up the pork, they went to the bath. But their hands and feet. I don't know how to start a fire. Carrying a few buckets of water, feeling breathless. In the evening Mr. Suzuki takes a comfortable loud bath. Cry out. Uncle said, if they want to stay, their families have to work. In the evening, two couples suddenly hold hands. Through this hard time, they feel the taste of happiness. Eat a meal of rice. No warm bath. Sleeping in a comfortable bed. Don't worry about what to eat tomorrow. It is the greatest happiness. The next day, the entire army mobilized. Using the most primitive method, help the owner drive the pigs back to the barn. Mrs. Suzuki laundry. Mr. Suzuki chops the wood of his daughter sewing. Just for a short time, they seem to have grown up a lot. Even though my uncle wanted to keep the Suzuki family, but Mr. Suzuki decided to go to his father-in-law because Mrs. Suzuki's worried about keeping her father before at home. Leaving, give the Suzuki family a lot of meat and food. The whole family's on their way again. This time they're much more just comfortable. When they thought they'd get there, a river blocking their path. They can't go around the river. They can only use what they already have to make a wooden raft, and then put it on the raft and push it across the river. After taking things to the Kia shore, Mr. Suzuki and his son came back to take the bike over. God didn't help them. It suddenly rained heavily. The river's rising, and it's getting harder and harder for them to move. Mr. Suzuki was swept away by the current. The whole family fell into despair. They went down the river looking for, but I only found my father's wig. They still have to go on their way. They don't have bicycles, they can just walk. Dad is no more. My brother became a caretaker for the family. You take out the bacon, get the whole family fit. A dog that smells came to take the meat. Another dog rushed in and injured Miss Suzuki. The crazy dogs won't stop. Right at this moment, a train came to chase the dogs away, save them a life. This is a train that doesn't need electricity. It's powered by steam. In the meantime, it's worse than the subways. A lot of Mrs. Suzuki's legs are bandaged. Remember the missing Mr. Suzuki? The whole house was in tears, in unbearable pain. Mr. Suzuki is not dead. He was swept down the river by the current. He woke up trying to force his way to a field. Right at this moment, he saw the steam train passing by. Mr. Suzuki mechanical combustion signal emitter seems to be spiritually connected. Mrs. Suzuki saw the smoke rise. Mr. Suzuki is saved and the family is reunited. Mr. Suzuki, without hesitation, threw the wig out the window. You've been through life and death. These face-only things don't mean anything anymore. Except for life and death. Everything else is a small thing. Mr. Suzuki also talked about what happened in Kagoshima. He went to his wife's parents' house to ask Kagoshima to marry him. This is the first time you've told me this. Due to busy work, so he never sat back. Talk to your family like this. While going through the tunnel, experienced elders have closed the windows. People who have never gone. The steam train is still open. The smoke of coals blowing endlessly. In the narrow hallway, waiting for the train to go to the tunnel. Everyone's face is covered. I see the mess of the people around. Everyone laughed out loud. In the embarrassing scene also brings a little fun. We finally went to Kagoshima, where they used to despise. It's now their last home and hope. People they didn't like before. He is now their savior. Life in Kagoshima is calm and happy. They rely on their hands, work and get results. They go back to their idyllic rural life. Happiness becomes simpler. Just eat a piece of tomato. The sweet and sour taste can be felt. Until 2 years 126 days later, the morning alarm goes off. Suzuki woke up early that day. The radio also appeared. The lights went on as if he had just woken up. After a dream they returned to Tokyo, starting life again as before. News and news. Extreme tube. There's been a strange phenomenon that's caused global blackouts. Experts suspect it's the solar wind, or SAO broom comes close. It causes the Earth's magnetic field to change, leading to power outages. Computers and batteries around the world are also down. This question can't be answered. It's just that the accident is over. A lot of things have changed. Mrs. Suzuki dares to make fish. The whole family loves each other more. That day they received a photo. This picture. It was sent by a young man on a bicycle. Look at the picture. I remember the whole family struggling and desperate. How much they smile. Maybe even those hard times are boring. Go but the sky, SAO and that beautiful galaxy will forever remain in their hearts. This movie is the end. This movie is called Surviving Family. The movie's question: if someone gives you $2 billion to live on a deserted island, there's no electricity, there's been no cell phone coverage for 2 years. Do you agree? If you agree, press 1, press 2. Thank you for watching all of our videos. Hello and see you later.